Welcome, everybody who's watching this right now live. Over here, either you're watching it on recording once we're over. Welcome. I'm very happy to see you, regardless how you found this place and the stream. Today, we on our 5 Minute Friday are gonna do some special effects over some footage uh, of amazing performance of Capoeira. And yeah, probably it's either going to be one part live stream or two parts, depending on how fast we're going to deal with the fire. Because next one's this month, August, I want to focus more on water and different water effects at different water scales. So this would be a perfect segue to go from fire-centered stream to something more about liquids and water in general. Okay, yeah, and also I did doodle this a little doggy for you just for fun and enjoyment. So I would have something to post. Yeah, I hope you can hear me and I hope you can see me very well. In recent news, if you haven't seen on the Discord server, I think yesterday we had a graduation stream of our recent students from Animation School, and we had a very interesting guy. His name is Gabriel Husam, and he works in animation. I think he works already for 4 years, and he worked with Sony Pictures Animation, Cartoon Saloon, did a bunch of interesting stuff, and he gave very interesting reviews and insights to a couple of his works from the best students that finished this course in this time frame. I mean, we're gonna have a graduation stream probably after 4 more months. So it's probably going to be very interesting as well. And plus, as a bonus to you, because you're very familiar with me, you're going to see my face through the whole 3 hours. I already translated and already hosted the stream. So you will see a familiar face there. So there will be something nice, a bonus to you. Yes. And yeah, I think there's no other news I wanted to share with you. Go check our previous 5 Minute Fridays, go check our Discord channel, and I think we can finally switch our attention and focus on the animation. So we already did fire a couple of tries ago. I'm not sure if I have them open, probably not. But I think we did a goose, but fully imagined the fire. We went through this bubble method where we drew bubbles at masses of fire first and then connected them and made it to a very interesting fire. Afterwards, we did the dragon. What would you call it? We went with a reference and picked something and reworked the reference into a very interesting solution. And now we're going to go fully without references. Again, we should, but I think since we had so much practice this last couple of weeks, we will be well equipped. So let's remove layers we don't need. I can keep the dog if you want me to, but I'll have to put it probably somewhere over here. Where should I put it? Okay. So she can participate. Well, I mean, that is literally like, I guess, my cartoon Sona. I actually have a reference. I have this little dog. Yeah, there it is. The little dog reference I use to draw all of the different poses and stuff. So they would keep the same. Very useful. And she wags her tail, by the way. So. And okay, let's remove the water. Remove the water. What's this? Oh, some kind of effect. I'm going to do this too. And we can hide this one under. Okay. Cleared everything up. Ooh, it's probably very loud on my end. If you can give me a minute, I'll close the door and I'll be. Yep, all done. Okay, so we got our fire ready. Now, there we go. Let's see what we have. We have they interact with each other a bit, so I might have to keep it on the down low like this, so we'll be able to see it. Sorry, I need a couple of minutes just to get everything ready, set, and go. Let me actually put something else as well. Let me make fire playing so at least we could get a good look at it, so you'd have something moving on the screen. That's number one. And let me put an invite so people could see it. There we go. One. Oops. Sorry. I'm putting a notice on the Discord so more people can join. So give me a minute and like check out the fire pro some more. I'm gonna put a little message so we'd actually have people. Hi Viata, happy to see you here. How's it going? I was explaining, you can either go back or I'm just gonna tell you that we're gonna do fire today and we're gonna draw fire over this footage of Capoeira. So it's gonna be very fun. I'm just putting a couple of notices out so we would have people on the stream. Maybe someone forgot or else they're gonna assume that everyone forgot about me. Oh well. Okay, let me go and copy no, not copy. Just get a new layer for myself. And when I went through the footage for the first time, I tried to map out how many like kickflips or like I wouldn't even know what to call it, but basically they're moves with the leg, the circular movements. I tried to count how many there were, and I wanted to make an interaction actually between the fire and water on the first motion over here. So the fire would get dimmed at first by the water, and then it will get momentum and be very, very explosive. I started animation, I think I started in 2021, so that was maybe a bit more than 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Oh wow. Time flies very quickly. It feels like I only started like yesterday. And I started at AnimationClub.School Club's courses, the 2D traditional animation one. Though I've tried different stuff, I'm now thinking, where should I go next? So, but yeah, 2 years ago. I've animated before, but like only like bouncing balls maybe, or something very simple, or maybe like a flash animation where I get to move everything as a puppet. But I actually like started practicing animation like on a regular basis after I went to animation school. Yep. Thank you. I try my best. Well, I think part of the improvement lies in the abundance of practice you can have. And 5 Minute Friday, I actually started improving really quickly after I started doing this 5 Minute Friday every week. Partly because, you know, I have to host it, I have to be here, I have to come up with interesting stuff we can do together. But turns out regular practice is actually a thing, and it can actually like make you better. Who would have thought? I mean, when I was practicing at school, I was improving a lot quicker because I already knew how to draw, but I had no idea how to animate. I didn't know what like in betweens were, and well, I knew something about arcs. I knew that something has to move in a circular motion, but I had no idea about the specifics. So it took me quite amount of time to get used to everything, and now it's solely in like how many drawings you did, how many practice hours you actually put in. But you have to over-enforce yourself because we had actually a very interesting stream yesterday with an animator from the industry. His name is Gabriel, and he's from Brazil, and he worked in saloon and everything. And his very like advice, someone asked him what advice you would give yourself if you know you could go back and tell something to yourself. And he said, don't focus specific only on animation, do different types of crafts, go outside, you know, get inspired by nature, and like just, you know, let the world be open to you in terms of inspiration. And I think that's very valuable advice because as much as you need to practice, you need to rest just as much. And I'm trying to map out the leg first because I did everything very loosely. Oh yeah, I think so. When I was younger, I practiced figure drawing a lot. I did a lot of figure drawing, and of course, I studied like anatomy, perspective, even academical drawing and painting for a bit. But it's not very my thing. I'm more into animation. But I think all of these are very valuable skills. And if you know how to draw a human figure, yeah, I think it will be a lot easier for you to animate if you know how to draw really fast, how to get like your ideas on paper in the least amount of strokes possible. You know, so like gesture drawing, where like I want to draw a figure like this, I could either go and try to map every like single thing. I could try to go like this, or you know, due to time and times practice, I could go like, oh, this will be the shoulders. Oh, this will be the leg over here. I could see the knee. Like practice and like knowing how to draw just allows you to spend less time on certain stuff. Because usually all of the rough animations, they will look something like this. And the faster you can draft something, the more stuff you can animate in a day. So I would say yes. I think having skills in drawing, any skills in drawing, will improve But also there's like lots of different kinds of animation. If we're talking about 2D animation skills, yeah, they're very based on like drawing, but also you can go like experimental drawings. You can go with a very specific style that allows you to do stylistic choices that, wait, whose leg is it? Okay, let's say it's over here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about what I was talking about because I tried to map out the leg and I can't see it. I see the first body over here, but I don't see the second leg. So okay, let's put it somewhere here then. Yeah, because over here, it's already here. Right now, I'm mapping the area of the foot because I wanna, over here, you can see how it's very long and smeary. And since I want the fire to start, I think we could even, maybe we can move everything. It's just a frame, maybe? No. It moves so quickly. Maybe we can do like this. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think if we put frame over here, it's gonna look faster. No, I'm animating the little fire piece over here. Right now, I'm mapping this dancer's foot who's standing like this because I can't see him very well, and I want to know where his foot actually is in different frames. So it will be easier to map out how the fire will move. Plus, I'm using this long tail as a smear, so I will know how much space this leg will actually cross. Because I'm using 24 frames per second, and I think they're using maybe more. But basically, I can't map it one-to-one, so I'll have to use some shortcuts to play around. Because see, I drew the fire, it ends over here, but in reality, when I'm on this frame, the leg's over here already. So I'll have to think, how can I make this fire believable enough? Also, very interesting thing are on the yesterday's graduation stream, there was a very interesting idea of when you do animation, you have to focus on drawing believable stuff in a fantasy environment. So you have to bring something realistic into the. No, I'm not animating on ones. I think I'm animating on. Right now, I'm only mapping out the frames. So I would go on threes or on fours. These are the frames. I hide it because it usually clogs the frame. I can put it, if you want to, I can put it like this. Let me add a layer beneath so I can actually move it that far. Yeah, like this. So you can see my timings as well. It's going to be a bit cramped for me, but I'll manage. Not a big deal. And yeah, I think I'm going right now on threes. Maybe on fours would be a better idea, actually. Maybe right. Huh? Wait, what? Yeah. Uh-huh. 2, 3, 4. No, it's over here. 2, 3. Yeah, let's make it actually on fours. You actually asked a very good question. To plan it out well and to make some in-betweens if I wanted to, it would be a good idea to map the foot while I'm drawing on fours. So that would have enough space for the in-betweens. Usually I animate on, I would say I animate on threes and fours when I'm super lazy. When I draw something that has to be like serious or for some project. It depends actually on the project because some projects they don't need like a lot of frame rate. Most I think of most people draw on twos and like sometimes they go on ones for specific like very fast stuff. But yeah, I usually go three and fours. I think it just has enough frames for the movement to read well enough. Plus, you have enough stuff if you want to put some like in betweens to make the movement more fun. There's a foot. There's a foot. Yeah, there's a foot. So over here, you can see the foot over on this frame. You can see the sole of the foot. And yeah, you can see a little bit of the sole over here. But over here, you can't see anything. Actually, it hasn't reached it point yet. Oh well. One, two, three, four. Okay. Here also, you can see, almost see it from the side angle. This. Yes, very pretty. Oh, and here it goes again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Wait, 4, yes. And the leg will probably be somewhere over here. Well, we won't see it behind the dancers. We'll probably work around them. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, this will be a big burst over here. I already drew it like a big burst in the beginning. 4. Make it ovally. A shame that you can't see their whole bodies. But oh well. This was one of the least noisy videos of capoeira dancers. Usually they stand like in front of a crowd and then you can't see anything because the quality of the video gets very low because it gets very like noisy. On YouTube, I'll credit, I think I have it in my saved videos, but I don't remember who is the author. But I'll credit them when I'll publish what we did for today on the Discord channel. And hopefully in the comments here as well. But I think I'll put it most likely on the Discord channel. So if I go back to it. Right now I'm also looking through the arcs. I'm using these like long smears as something that tells me how the body, how the foot is moving, and where the fire should be showing up. You can probably see how it like draws these like little circles around them. Next one, and here the leg stops. 4, 5. I still want to track the leg because I want to add like the little tails of fire slowly dying out on his foot. 3, 4. Yeah, and it doesn't turn anymore. And here I actually wanted to do an interesting interaction with the hand. Over here, he'll have a big tail of fire from this very fast movement. And then when he turns with his hands, I want to make fire slowly follow this hand over here. So I'm going to track it as well. I'll try to understand where it is. So I think it's over here. I don't think it looks that way over there, but oh, sorry. My hair is very messy. Oh well, that's what you get. I think the next hand would probably be here. You don't see it. It's probably going to be over here. And his hand? No. You really can't tell because the footage is really dark, but I think his hand is over here. Yeah. I think it's like this. Like he's stretching out like that. Kind of relaxed. I'm not sure how it looks. We'll draw it like this. Works for me. Oh, and the last frame. Just to stop the hand. Goofy hand. But whatever. Let's render the footage and see if we tracked it well enough. We need some time to render. Yeah, I think that's good enough. That's good enough for us. I think we can actually get a new frame. And whoops. Should we start drafting out the fire? We'll keep my original fire as low as we can, so it won't bother us as much. The leg tool. Let's draw this fire with yellow so we'll be able to even see it. Oh, it's not the result, it's just the blueprint. But that means you love the result. So let's start with very important places, I think. I want to design the fire like where it matters. So I think it will be this one over here where the legs yeah, and also a very big place of the fire would probably be somewhere here. So let's just draft it out. I want it to be explosive, like I want it to mean something. So I have to remember that it moves on an arc, so it might go here. I love drawing over footage, doing like stuff like this. It's fun. You don't have to like animate a whole character. You just go like do silly explosions and stuff. Yay! Right now I'm mapping out how the fire might look. I want it to be more like, you know, fire. Ooh, yeah, something like this maybe. Usually when I draw fire, I try to remember that it moves up as a bubble, but down low, it like the cold, like the air pushes it, so it would look in these like feathered shapes. So I try to put some sharp angles as well to kind of show that it's dangerous fire, you know, maybe like this. Let me cut everything out so uh, you'd be able to see what my brain sees. And I mean, it's only the first draft. I just need to establish a couple of very important frames before we actually go and like figure out some of the details. For this one, no. I'm just freestyling it because actually, if you go back to our playlist on 5 Minute Fridays, you can see that last 3 weeks we mostly did fire. And so I'm just a bit more prepared than I usually would be. Usually, I try to beforehand. I try to look through reference and use reference in my work. But over here, I just wanted to have some fun and just freestyle some fire. We did one example of how to do a fire with like a reference. We used some footage from BattleBots, and uh, there was this like very interesting fire and explosion, and we reworked it so it would be like a fire-breathing dragon. So also we have everything on Discord. It's all there, and all of the live streams also are being recorded, so it can be watched like wherever, whenever, whenever, whenever. Hmm. Yeah. Silly digital trick. Don't do at home. Okay. I've mapped out, I think, like the place where I want it to be. Let's go with some other important ones. One here. Okay, no spot. Oops. Sorry. So you'll be able to see what I'm actually doing. Mhm. Looks very samey. We can make this part smaller and look a lot nicer. Wow, they were like meant for each other. Cute. This one also very important. So we want to build. We want to build up. Thing. Right here, I want to add like a lot of energy. So it will be like bursting out and just even staying for a couple of frames. We're definitely going to use in-betweens for this one, but right now it's for the wow factor. Let's remove this one so it won't clog us. This has to be, I think, a bit different. Yeah, this fun shape. I like it a little bit more. And let's just map out. And I want to give some very, very explosive fire as well over here. Because he makes a very forceful move over here. And I want it to be reflected. And I think, let's check out actually he moves and where he puts the most of his force. Over here, I think. So we'll push up this mass of fire higher. And this mass will move very fast. Over here too. So we'll have this like number 8 forming. Let's remove this. Remove this as well. And this. So we'd have a cleaner, itty bitty cleaner screen. Yeah, and now we can just move them somewhere around here. will slowly start dissipating these ones. And we have a palm over here. So probably we want a bit smaller so it wouldn't be so grandiose. Like this. So it won't be too symmetrical and too balanced out. So we'll have like some interesting stuff going on. We can make this one even bigger than more massive. And add this slow spacing over here so the fire can have some time to actually get up to dissolve. This part of the fire I'll also make smaller in scale, so it will be the same size, but it will also slowly go like this, but just enough time for the hand to catch little bits and pieces. Hi Vitali, I'm happy to see you here. Right now we're drawing fire and I'm almost finished running through the first draft. Just need to do some stuff first. Bam. And this like this. Maybe these ones disappear. Maybe we can actually separate this wave into one mass over here. We'll probably have to make the dog not as visible. Ding, ding. Oops, know what I want to do. Missed one part. And last one. Okay. I'm ready. I think we can press play. See what we have. I have no idea how it's going to look, and I'm probably going to adjust it a lot. I just needed some time to render. Oh, yes, I think this big, massive burst works to our advantage. We can keep the dancers very small, so their effects could be in the spotlight. Plus the background is black, so it works to our advantage. Okay. Very nice. Let's add and fix some stuff. Add a frame here, for example. And Yep. Today we're going over fire, and probably next session we're gonna do the same capoeira dancers, but we're gonna add water into the mix. Ooh, and then let's add like a itty bitty flame. Oops. Click on the button. Okay. Let's press play again and check out. I'll probably want to flip the canvas as well. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's leave the old fire. Okay, let's keep the old fire. Why not? We can make a little process of how we went from one to the other. And let's just polish it out. Maybe just go frame by frame. Where did I add it? I didn't yet. There we go. Actually want to start with a little spark on the foot. And maybe we can add sparks in general, just to give the foot a little sharp beginning. Plus it will serve like a little arrow, like where to look. Where are we going? We know who's driving the car. Interesting that I did it like that. Let's see if there's a way to make it more. And up. And to make it not look like a big yellow sausage. Just kind of trying to understand what I need to do to make this more fiery. What will we do? Probably this one's probably want to keep it in here. We can go into the little nitty-gritties. No, can't go down because it moves so fast. We have to keep it on the arc. Let's imagine it like this. I'll probably get back to it again. We have a big piece here, big piece separated by water. Oh, this looks better. I don't know if you saw what I did, but basically I had these like 3 lumps that were the same size. And I don't like when special effects look when there's like 3 same shapes. So I just united the 2 to a big one and just gave a little smaller one his own separate space. Bam! It looks better already. So. Yep. I'll delete this. And I'll even separate the fire over here and here because I don't want the fire to follow this way down, only to dissolve somewhere, somewhere down there. I want to keep some of the mass slowly like firing away. Like over here, I think. Since we have this mass over here, it's going to be dissolving into 2 things. Oh, and also we're going to move a couple of stuff, but I'm going to keep it as it is right now. I want to finish the first circle. Carefully move some of the fire pieces so they would have more like better arcs. And then we move to the big explosion. I don't know if you can tell that I like explosions. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's reduce the timeline and just press play. I like how it moves. I like how it slowly reduces in size, but I don't like that it's just going straight up because we're moving at a very fast pace. So I think the fire will have to drift the same way as the leg and slowly get up due to the hot air. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just move stuff around. How fun. But like over here, you can see the main mass is still moving just a tiny bit as it's moving up. So we have to do the same thing to them as well. And we're probably going to go like this. Then we're going to go like this. Now we're going to move them separately. this. And like this. Let's render it again and see the difference. Because I think the difference will be, it looks a lot better. Even though it moves just a tiny bit to the side, I think it still works a lot more natural than it did going straight up. And actually, you know what we can do? Since this piece of fire is moving, it was like blown out at a much faster pace, I wanted to move more to the side than up. Ooh. Click the wrong button. There we go. Let's move this one here. And let's plan out the next one, which is probably gonna be something like this, maybe. Want a trail of smoke, but I want a more fun trail. I don't want just to move in a line. I think where it's very fast, I want to make it fast. Over here, I want it to be a bit more relaxed. Same goes here. I think this part should be very straight, and this part should slightly curve to be a more fun shape. Okay, let's see how the first draft and the first part of the fire works for us. Now, much better. Let's do something with this. It's way too far. I'm not gonna play back. Ooh, sorry about that. Maybe even like this. So one part of the fire would move a tiny bit slower and one would be faster. And probably this, maybe? Yes, I think. Yep, all good. Now we can go to the second part of the fire, my favorite one. The big bad. Little short piece right here. Bam! Huge. That's why I like doing special effects, because I get to make funny sounds as long as I'm drawing. It's for reference. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, and I want this to stick to the place where we had. Oh, yes, like this. So it will still have trouble moving. That's a fun shape. And I just want to let the brain deal with this big forceful explosion. So I'm not going to move it very far this time. And we'll move the negative spaces. I want them to be a lot more noticeable. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of leftovers from the previous cycle of fire, just to balance out the immense strength of the blow over here. I think I want to be like insane. I wanted to go crazy. That's how I approach all of my stuff. I just wanted to go crazy. Mm-hmm. You should show your parkour animation in the show your reel. You can do it now, but I'm probably going to check it after the stream. Though I want to check it out, so you have to send it over. Yeah, look at that. Meant to look like he's obliterating everything. And there is supposed to be some water, I think, but like it's very weak. So it completely works. Like they're giving each other enough space to shine. Because the first cycle of the water kick is going to be very big and beautiful, and the second will be dedicated to fire. But I decided to start with fire first because it just makes more sense. I love it. I'm having so much fun. I hope you're having as much fun as I do. Because I'm ecstatic, especially when like I get cool idea across. Yeah. Makes me feel silly. Ah, that's right. We have to. Like this. Mm-hmm. And we finish with a pretty number 8. Okay. Let's remove the fire underneath. And let's hit play and see what we did on our second rough idea. Let's wait till it actually renders. Ah, wow. It doesn't look like realistic fire yet because it's like very uniform. But still, the idea is there. So we need one more time just to look over what stuff worked and what didn't. I think maybe it should appear a lot more rapidly. Maybe we should start not from this frame, maybe, but do something. I think. Maybe we can make this smaller, maybe, so the impact would be felt a lot more. Oops. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I want to make them more separated from each other. So we'll focus more on the hand twirling the rest of the fire. Oops. Ghosts of the past. I think that changed anything. I don't think it changed much, but maybe added some. Yeah, I think it added some good solidity into it. And this one. Yeah, I think we can go and clean up the shapes a bit and see where it goes. Yeah, we're probably not finishing fire today. I'll probably stick to 2 hours, I think, 2 or 2.5 hours, just to finish out the silhouette of the fire. And next time we're probably going to be for water. So, but I think what we got here looks really interesting. Now, let's do a little trick. I think if we still play it. Oh, yeah, it's reverse when we play it. Awesome. I'm just flipping the canvas so I could see maybe if I did something wonky, if something doesn't work. Let's make the yellow visible. Let's make the foot also barely visible as well. Probably. Alright, gotta go like this. Some sparks from the foot. I wonder where does the water actually splash? Probably somewhere around here. I think it will splash it. Let's and let's transform it so it will fit on our arcs. So it'll actually look consistent. Adding some small details just to refine everything more so we could see all of the little itty tiny bitty bits flying off, and we'll understand like how to do something more forceful. Okay. I don't know if you can see the side. You can hear the siren right outside my window. to the leg. Okay, trust the source. Not that visible. Mm-hmm. And I just want to end it on this like pretty flip. Mm-hmm. Sorry. My dog decided this is a great time to gather all together and loudly cough and shake to announce your presence. It's a daily tradition at our house. Mhm. Mm-hmm. And they look kind of same. Their size looks pretty similar to each other, but we'll get it fixed sooner or later. I'm going to keep this shape as it is. I think works very good. Try to avoid this one. I like the shape, but I traced it over really badly. So we can, and we can actually make more cohesive. Started doing some of them. Some of the arcs, they look differently in the yellow draft. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. And now we want this shape. Stay up a little longer. Still change the shape into a different one. Let's hope this one works better. Move the fire the wrong way. Fire kind of stopped moving, I think. Like it stopped moving due to the force that's being pulled, and slowly from here it will start just pushing up and slowly dissipating. I'm trying to make him thinner with each and every frame, but not too noticeable. So it'll be like, oh, where'd it go? It's like, oh, look at it. Slowly, ephemerally dissipating to the thin air. There we go. And we actually managed to drag the leg on the ground so we can make this. And kind of look cute. Here we go. And beautiful dissipating smoke. Here. Wrong button again. Okay, let's see how we clean it out. Oh, we've been going for an hour and a half, so that's good. Yeah, probably we'll need 30 minutes to clean it up, maybe, to fix it up in some places, but look at that. Wow. Yeah, maybe I want more into the, I want something more fun. Over here, maybe we can do something different here. Maybe we can make him this. Like this. Let's flip him back and let's press play. And we'll wait. We'll wait some more. Yeah, I think the new shape I did here. I think it works a bit better. Shoots it out better. Nice. So now I think we'll probably clean the shape a bit more, and we're probably gonna be finishing for today. So let's pick a new color. Let's go back to yellow. Yellow is very reliable. But I wonder what does it say in like language, language of colors. There's probably a thing like that. There's language of flowers. I know, like as a book. Because when I was young, I was very obsessed with it. I would put different flowers to put different messages and stuff. So there's probably the same thing for what we call for colors. Yep, I know that like red means passion and blue is like for thought, and well, like yellow is more happy-go-lucky, or like it could show sickness or even potential danger. But I wonder if there's like something more like a book, codes. Mm. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just making the shapes very, very clean. Just making sure everything works properly. Mm-hmm. 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 Ooh, yeah, compositing sounds fun. I actually wanted to go to compositing too. Uh, forgot, forgot that I wanted to go there, and I didn't. But I heard it was really, really good. Plus, I worked with the people who did it compositing, and we had like very fire, very cool people. Mm, yep. Mm, mhm, oops. Mhm. Birds and snow. Showing you my hairline. You like it? Sorry. I know I can zoom on stuff, but I like to zoom in person. Okay. And I think we cleaned up the shapes once more, and I think this will be our final review of the fire. I think I'm gonna make the clean lines and the color on my own time, just so we would have a very pretty result. But I think it's more important to show the beginning steps of creating something like this. So let's review what we actually did. First of all, we went with our original fire. So, ooh, let's actually see how different the original fire and the final fire will be. So we started from this. Let it load. I think we'll have like the rest of 10 minutes will be just spent in uh, loading time rendering. See what we did in the beginning? Like it works. It's nice. It very quickly ends. It's more on the realistic side, I would say. This was something that I would put if someone asked me, can you make a more like realistic file, like if someone like actually pushed fire from their hands. And I started to go more into this fantastical territory. So let's see how we did afterwards. Then we had another fire. Let's remove the fire that we had to the original, what we did. Let's render everything once more. So I think here, this is the first time I touched the fire on the live stream, and here we made very different decisions. First of all, we decided to add this big burst, which also looks very different from what we did in the end. I think it also works to its advantage in some places, but the idea is still there. But I like that we managed to change the first cycle. Let's go to the next one. Let's see if the next cycle is actually really different. I think we can just show it like this. So here we added some stuff, and here we added our first spiky explosion type of bit. Even though it doesn't work, and it kind of dissipates and gives this kind of weird feeling, I think it's still very important how we just in the research decided to have this like bombastic, huge, like ray of fire, just like exploding all around him, and that's why he's like backing down to cover from it. And I think it works. It works for the personality and works for the personality of the dancer, you know, because he's much more like faster. I don't know, it kind of feels like the man who's closer to us in the whole dance, but he's a bit older and a bit more precise with his movements, while the younger one with the, I think he has like dreads on his hands, I'm not sure, he's more active and more energetic. Yeah. So from here, we created this with already the clean out forms and everything. Let's load it. Yeah, here we kind of mix the this vibrancy of the previous yellow pass with this energy, with giving him more realistic toned down arcs. And now the explosion to two sides looks very different, and now we even pull the tail of the fire on our left. No, I mean from that side. It's getting pulled into the hand portion. So now the whole energy goes back there. And here we go. Here's our final result for today. I'm going to show it together with the first frame so you can see how different it looks. And let's wait for it to render and see how everything result, the beginning and the end. Do you see the difference in the fire? Like, it's completely different, completely two different moods. You can't see the video though. But oh well, you still see the difference in the fire. Yeah, on these streams you don't have to put like question. I can see all of the messages. Was it difficult for me? Well, I personally love a challenge or two, so some stuff that I didn't understand, of course, came with own set of difficulties, but I found it more rewarding than challenging, personally for me. But I'm very crazy about like doing animation, so it might have blinded me a bit. And I think the difficulty of learning, no matter what mentor you have, is still on the complexity of your homework. Especially in animation school, you can basically do whatever you want on your homework as long as it, you know, is according to the guidelines. You know that you have to do a certain thing there, the one you're exercising. But everything else is up to you. How many effects you want to add, how much compositing you want to do. Do you want to even do it colored, or do you want to stick to just straight lines, or do you want to clean them up in this like anime style with the shadows and everything? It depends fully on like what you want to do. And I had people who had like a lot of skill and they took very easy tasks, and they spend not a lot of time on their exercises, but they still got good grades. You know, they just plan throughout their time and their abilities that way, so they would feel really comfortable on the course, and maybe I don't know, combine it with like other animation work. We had one girl who actually went to a studio at the time. She was working at an animation studio, and she decided to just get her skills better, I guess. And she just combined her full-time animation job with exercises. She was crazy, but she was crazy talented as well. She'd been doing animation for like 5 years already. If you don't have the technical like drawing skills, plus you don't have enough time management skills to properly kind of plan out your work and how much you're going to do, and you overwhelm yourself, of course, it's going to be very difficult, no matter the mentor. So, really depends on the person. I had my tough moments, but most of the time I found everything very fun, although pretty challenging. And in terms of lessons, if you're talking about specifically if like Edward, I think I like the lessons. They're very precise and good. And plus, the best part of learning is the reviews. And I don't know, for me personally, I vibed really well with Edward. He has this like cool, a bit stern, but still very caring teacher. So when you get the praise, it's completely legit. Plus, the reviews are very well. They tackle specifically the stuff you probably don't see, or your brain is not well equipped enough to understand what's wrong and how to fix it. So reviews are a very good place to get this like personalized feedback on stuff you get. So it really works for me. I can't tell for anyone, but I had a really good time. So I think, yeah, we've been looking at the steps we did for almost 10 minutes, plus I've been ranting on and off for quite some time. So I think we can end on a very positive note here. Plus we have a little puppy over here. Thank you for being with me today on this first part of the two-part series on this capoeira dance. I'll try to turn on the dancers at least once so we can see them together. But I'm very grateful for all of those people who are with me right now on the live stream. I see some of you. And I'm very grateful for those who are actually here watching this exact moment on the recording. That's a very long time. And watching videos longer than 5 minutes, I find for myself somewhat hard. So kudos to you that you managed to sit through such a long stream. So here's our result for today. I hope I'll get to improve this a bit later in the evening if I manage to. And be sure to come here for part 2 when we're going to do water. And I'm probably going to tell what we're going to do the week after that as well. So there's a lot to look forward to. Thank you for being with me today. And I think it's time to say bye-bye. Very happy to be joined 5 Minute Friday.